Okay, today is September the 19th, 2017. It is 9:11 p.m. and I'm in Detroit, Michigan. And this is Peter John Parisis. This is my second journal entry. I was just reading a gentleman's beginning battles on cancer and thought that I would go ahead and relate a little bit. I was a Christian for about 4.5 years. I had done everything you're supposed to do, everything. Gave all my money to God, the poor, missions, emptied out my retirement when God said to do it, and everything He wanted me to do, I did it. I went full fledged. I was about 47 when I decided to follow God, and I had decided after having accomplished the American dream that I wanted to be more like my great aunt, who was in her late 90s, and I wanted her God because she seemed to have it much better than me, um, as far as happiness and contentment, which I didn't have, and peace. So I did that. And then after 4.5 years, um, I got the diagnosis that I had cancers in the plural sense. They gave me 6 weeks to live and said, go home, prepare to bury yourself. You won't live to see January 2010. Now, first of all, I went for my biopsy alone, which happened to be the scariest part of cancer. I got my results by myself, and when I got to the car after being given the news that I had 6 weeks to live, I didn't know how I was going to be able to drive home. And I asked God why. Why? I have done everything that you wanted me to do. Everything. I've followed you wholeheartedly. I've told tons of people about you. I go to church regularly. I tithe. I do everything. And I had some people in my home church that I grew up in say some pretty bad things about, well, what did he do wrong? What skeletons does he have in his closet that God has given him cancer? Um, since then, I have learned that cancer was the best thing that could possibly have happened to me. I have learned to live. Facing death, I had to decide I have 6 weeks to live. What do I want to do with these last 6 weeks? And I decided that I wanted to spend more time in prayer. And I also decided that I was, finishing up my college degree, which I didn't need. I'm going to finish up my college degree, and I was doing that. And I was headed to go to Harvard and to study. I wanted to learn Greek and Hebrew. So I wanted to go to the best seminary, and I figured out a way to do it, and then discovered that I had to stay where I was at because the doctor for my rarest cancer was in Ann Arbor, and she was the best. So I had to change plans. So I entered college online. I'm sorry, seminary online. I decided that even though I wouldn't see my first class, I would be in seminary to be an example to my nephew and niece and those that follow to do what you want to do and don't let anything stop you. So I would die being in seminary, and that was okay. Well, since then I've graduated seminary and I'm studying my doctorate. So I have learned that cancer is a big struggle. I now help run cancer support groups here in Detroit and teach people how to run cancer support groups. It's my doctorate of ministry specialty is to help others to learn how to survive and how to get through all the struggles. Makes you very, very compassionate. So you can do this. Don't go on the computer and learn everything about your cancer. Just keep a positive attitude and ask your doctors, what do I do now? And when you get bad news, take time to do so. And then when you want to, just tell God how you really feel. He likes it when you're honest. And then after you're taking a moment to yourself, get out there and live. Just live. I'll talk more about my cancer as these logs go on, but I've gone through a lot. I've gone through cancer, several of them. One's in remission now, and I've been hit by a truck while I was riding my bicycle after that, hit by a car, um, and left on the side of the street. What else? The train I was supposed to be on, I decided to take a later train. I was reading for the blind, and I thought I'd read some more, and then I'd take the later train. And the train I was supposed to be on had a wreck with injuries. So I've survived many, many things, a chlorine gas accident and everything. So there's a lot of challenges, but I've learned that God allows you to go through it to build your character. So trust in God, even when you don't understand why. And you might never understand why, but He has His reasons. And you can trust Him for it. So keep it going and don't give up, no matter how hard it is or how much you stumble, no matter how much you screw up. You're a child of God, and that's just it. You're a child, and He is a parent, and He's going to love you. So continue to love Him. Remember to spend your time in scriptures and in prayer daily, morning and night preferably, and do the best you can. And love yourself and love others. You'll get there. Okay? This is Peter John signing out. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember to love yourself, love others, and love God. God bless.